take things aggressively on A. 5 players lined up. Liquid looking to try and actively contest that space as Foot continue forward. It's even so far.
It's a complete forfeiture of this space from Liquid. Barrier mesh goes up for a moment. That's going to stop players flooding out from main. It's tree where they'll head. There is time to set up this post plant and get the spike down quite comfortably. But Liquid are already trying to interrupt this.
Oh, look at this. Straight in. Players getting tagged up. Kiko next on the kill feed. That's combining the last two remaining players for Foot and Tree. An advantage for Liquid to work with to send the pistol round home. They'll get the first one on Lotus.
Pulled by Nats, but now we get a look at it, and already Foot cornered towards C, but it's only Serial there.
Needs to make sure he doesn't get caught out. He's just caught by his own utility, actually. So players try to make their way in. A lot of spam. Serial, he needs to try and hold on. A little bit of delay for the rest of Team Liquid to get into position, which they do.
Look at the barrier mesh as well, towards Bend. It's actually cutting off any players moving into position, so the spike is stuck. They're in the crosshairs of Liquid, and one by one they will be toppled. Crack's finally finding some impact, but he's still got 3 more kills left to find to deny this bonus. And so Liquid, by his side, could potentially fake the amount of presence if he does just show face.
Oh, Kiko.
Straight in.
Yeah, he's caught here. No chance. And that's an upgrade for Zeus to work with. Not a player that you want to get that upgrade if you're a Team Liquid fan. Nats, I mean, he's getting put under extreme pressure. The rest of Team Liquid not in position really to support.
Immediate response with the ult though, and so that's going to allow Liquid to come flying back through. With the hinder landing onto Mr. Fall, and the salvos will confirm their target. 2 on 2, only the 1 upgrade on Zeus. He's got to be the man to do it all for them right now. But whether he leads with ACS globally or not, it is a team performance from Liquid on the way back through. And it once more.
Yeah, and the space taking Camo already deep on towards Rubble. That's a captain. He's TP'd all the way towards A Heaven. This is a spot to work with.
I love this, just sensing that Liquid were trying to play this one forward, so he's right in the backlines and still they're searching.
All up top. Well, it's worked out. Now, how can they crunch into the remaining player that was in A main? Now gone, Serial and Hobbit.
He can still hold the line here as well. There's one more sound sensor up towards stairs, so for the most part knowing that Foot playing closer towards the site as things stand. Liquid flooding in through the backside, looking to bury a couple bodies on the way. Kiko the first of them, but Foot responding in kind. Zeus helping support at a captain, and now with twice the player numbers, Foot are starting to look elsewhere. They fire off in unison, putting Patatek in a 1 versus 4. A recovery on the rifle round, looking ever more likely.
Patty was a player last week who was able to have highlight moments.
Those quicker rotations and the possibility of crunching through the revolving door. As you can see, there are 4 Liquid bodies on B, but they can't support Nats, and so he has to give the site up.
Spike a little bit delayed getting on towards this site. Could still be a fake, but Yetiji's just walked straight in towards a kill trap. And now the Nightfall invested, doubling down right now.
I mean, look at the disconnect. Mr. Fallen's not even on the scene just yet.
Well, we're even going to get an annihilation in. Liquid, spot on with the ultimates, spot on with the kills. Everything looks good. It looks great for a round 5 for Team Liquid. Wait out the utility and break the barrier mesh. Coming back in should be easy enough. What utility does Team Liquid really have to win the second fight?
Stealth drone does look to be the catalyst for this B main fight. Engage onto Yetije, but Foot are starting to take things elsewhere, bypassing the sound sensor. It's a quick skip and a hop from Zeus. With that B main pressure already put on, and now players out in grass, there is a potential for a B split here. So Serial left alone in another isolated position could very quickly come under fire if he's not supported by a Liquid reaction.
Down allows the cross towards Hobbit. There is a sound sensor to work with, and it will activate, buying some time. Camels come straight in, finding 3. The players in B main tried to escape, but they only escape into the
double sensor here as well. So if Zeus goes for that same dash, there's a chance he could get caught in the next. Not unless Camo can open up the play once more. 11 and 7 for first duels in the previous series. A stat which he's already added to massively. Well, Patatek will be cornered. smoke should provide a safe passage for escape. So Foot are back to square one with Sheriffs in their hands, unable to get past that first line of defense.
Yetiji still hanging around in B main. Now this is similar to what the last round is, so you can maybe see Team Liquid starting to worry about that, but they don't need to because Serial's got an eye on A main. Now Foot slowly starting to head towards that C side, and this is where the Cypher setup is.
Trap if needed. Cam playing Overwatch, and a paranoia in the hands of Kiko. This one should be as safe as ever if you're Liquid. Extra utility thrown in just to confirm it. Little laboured from Kiko, but Liquid letting loose and hauling it over the line.
Going to be no escape. Usually players can try and jump out, but with the wheelie ultimate, you won't be able to do that. The cam for contact, everything looks perfect for Team Liquid.
Just bounce off what you said before. I mean, Foot had built on that overtime win against Koi, the huge comeback, but they struggled on the attack side massively with a more resounding result against Mates. But there are overbearing issues here, and you're starting to walk into another one. A trap play prepared from minute one. Camo holding on to the Waylay ult. As soon as that cam hits a player, they're going to pull the pin.
Well, here it is, thrown straight into the mix, and Yetiji has no way of escaping. Does Foot, the three players looking to re-engage, and still, though, look at this. Team Liquid out cleanly, and they're 2 to the good.
The spacing of the ults has been brilliant from Liquid. They do still have Kikos left here if you perhaps wanted to go check what the post-plant positions look like on B, but Foot are walking into an empty site. Liquid happy to give this one away, play with the numbers, and trade effectively. Foot need to take space if they want to give themselves any chance at recovering this.
Perhaps get one back in their favour.
You can't play on the site.
There's loads of players that are elsewhere, isolated. Camo, though, isolates one onto Mr. Fallen and gets another onto Atta Captain.
Wasn't a play. That was dropping in behind with Atta Captain, but he goes down on this occasion. And so Serial continuing to add to the Liquid first blood counter.
I have an idea that Serial has escaped in towards Hobbit. No more smokes though, so crossing through these angles is going to make things even more worrying. 3 players seen on the drone. Well, they don't get suppressed. Liquid now know actionable intel, and that's why you're starting to see Kiko move towards the A side of the map.
Also brings up another prior concern that Foot haven't really been able to scale very effectively at all here. Liquid conditioning so much of this space, and as you can see, Serial has his signature back up, the grab net in his hands. It's going to be a direct A execution, which we look for. Zeus, so many times, reliant for Foot to come up with the goods, and he'll finally deliver, but it's only one.
It's only one, and Kiko straight back in, and Team Liquid holding on to the advantage. Patty close by, Foot stuck towards the front of site, stunned up. Kiko can't make good of his chance. Can Patty? No, he can't. Now, Serial into the mix, trying to find something. Nash does it instead! A 3K out of nowhere! Stage of the first half where they're going to realistically need to be used now or in the next round. Utility through the A fight seems to be equal right now, although Cam was not done.
Huge kill for him because the refract is back up, so if he wants to keep getting aggressive, he can. Instead, Liquid are having bodies dropped on their doorstep, still warm. As Krax has managed to loosen Patatek's grip on the A site hold, it's onto Camo to do it all.
At least to get something there, it's not going to work out. This is a 2v2 though. That's a rifle upgrade. This is not looking good.
And both initiators have their ultimates, so if you want to respond to any initial contact, you could! It's Nats again! And Kiko, the smoker from the big smoke, sending it home.
And Foot have scaled all the way up on A in the meantime.
Look at the setup. It is traps towards backside, so Nats is ready for these duels. Beyond the cage, he's dropped in and spotted. Zeus knows about it. It's about to go down.
Oh, this is a really nice Armageddon. It's just spot space. There's so much utility back and forward.
Voice line up the voice line.
Yeah.
Spike down A.
But it's Liquid when the dust settles that pick up all the pieces. They've managed to deny all that space from Foot. I mean, it was the Armageddon which has done the heavy lifting, and so back to B they go. It's another 4v2. This time, I want to see them take some ground. You can't sit idle, or Liquid will make this 11.
But Yetiji is watching towards heaven. At the same time, Camel's walked in towards Waterfall.
Big 1 versus 1 in that position. Captain needs to do something here to give Foot any kind of a platform. The infallible form that they previously posted is looking like a completely different conversation today. Captain, first of those kills. Yetijay in support, but it's Serial at the death. Zeus will have to siphon powers from the skies above, and it starts in the worst way possible instead. Camo's the lightning as the electricity flows through his veins, taking all power for himself. It's a 4
fight, and the amount of bodies there.
No point saving any credits. Camo right out the gate, another kill added to the tally. Heads starting to roll as Foot have fallen well short of the mark here. They trail in players, in rounds, in bloody everything right now.
I mean, on the defense, where do you even try and go, right? Where do you even try and find something back in the conversation?
Looks like it might be into the Outlaw. Mr. Fallen, at the very least, has the cam towards C and also the trapwire to play off. So there is information towards the other side of the map. If you have any hope of Foot finding this one, it is coming from a hero play. And as Mr. Fallen gets his fault line back up, it's a full utility belt to try and challenge. Can't wait for Yetijay. Has to take matters into his own hands, the captain.
Up close and personal. Camo was already low. Disengages to get the reload off. As the players walk forward, they'll collect another. The last player remains for Foot is Yetijay.
Coming back from Masters, Liquid, having played more rounds than any other team in the region, only just shy of the 2 finalists from Bangkok. But as that development process continues, it seems like they've found another winner. 13-1 on Lotus.